Hey, how's it going, my friend? Hey, I got two questions for you. Number one, you ever wanted to get into a conversation with somebody you didn't really know necessarily, but you didn't know how? And number two, have you ever wanted to get out of a conversation, but you didn't really know how? I want to talk to you about 5 steps to succeeding in a conversation with anyone with ease and confidence. And so let's just get right to it. Step number one, you got to be purposeful when you get into your conversation. Have some intention. For us on Connections team, we talk about our actual purpose statement that we exist to help people connect with Jesus and life with His family here at Hill Country Bible Church. Maybe your intention is different. If it's in a work setting or if it's in a neighborhood setting, maybe it's about trying to connect dots or people to people. Maybe it's about trying to get to know somebody where they're at, how you can help them take their next step spiritually, kind of, who they are. But you want to be intentional. So number one, be intentional. Number two, think about your approach. So your body language says a lot. Your shoulders being back and kind of dropped says like, hey man, I'm just like, I'd love to chat with you. I'm open. Your shoulders being kind of forward or raised says something different. Your face like being like smiley and happy, like, but relaxed, like says one thing, and your face kind of being like strained says something different. Your eyebrows going, like this versus like, says something totally different, right? I'd love to know what you think my eyebrows just said. Anyways, so think about your approach, your nonverbals. One of the best things you can do, we've said it 1,000 times, but it remains true, is smile. Like a sincere smile goes a long way. And it makes it easier for you to actually walk up and begin a conversation. So number one, be intentional. Number two, think about your approach. Number three, think about your opener. Studies were done of all the great openers that that people had tried, all these like kind of opening lines, and you know what they found was the very best opener anyone could have? It's super simple. Hi, how are you today? Hey, how's it going? How you doing? Anything along that line of just like a simple, hey, how are you? Is the very best opening line. This comes from Vanessa Van Edwards, by the way. She's a lead behavioral investigator for a human behavior research lab called The Science of People. And she talks about these 5 steps in Global Leadership Summit that I got to watch. But she said that there was a study done actually on the best lines, right? And the very best line is, hey, how are you? So be intentional. Think about your approach and your body language and be mindful of it, right? And then think about your opener and keep it super simple, right? It's that old line, keep it simple, stupid. And that's true when it comes to this. Just keep it super simple. How are you? It's easy. Everybody knows how to answer it. Number four, understand that interested is interesting. So be interested. Think about like sort of behavioral, like, spark points, like, dots that you can connect. And don't be thinking about how you can lead the conversation, but like listen with a curiosity to learn. And so ask questions like, hey, tell me about how long you've been here. How long you've been coming to Hill Country? Are you new to Austin? How long you been in Austin? What brought you here? Oh, awesome. School. What'd you go to school for? Oh, that's cool. Did you go to UT? Oh, no, you didn't. You went to A&M and then ended up in Austin. Okay, wow, that's really cool. Whatever it is, right? Like, ask questions, and when questions are asked to you, be open and answer them also with transparency. So be interested in the conversation, and that means being willing to dialogue and converse, but also being primarily interested in what the other person's interested in. So be intentional. Think about your approach. Think about your opener, right? So and then be interested. And the very last thing then is that there you are. You're in the conversation now. It's going great, right? But you kind of feel like it's coming to an end, or it needs to come to an end. Maybe the clock is driving that, and you got a place that you got to get to. Maybe you actually have an appointment with someone else, and you don't want to stand them up. That doesn't send a good message. And so you're trying to figure out like how do I exit this? Whatever it is, maybe it's actually gone bad and it's kind of an awkward conversation. You need to close it, but how do you exit in a way that doesn't feel like you just kind of put the turn on someone, cut them off, or you were superficial or fake? The best way to do that, one of the best ways to do that is to try the future mention. So the future mention, takes somebody subtly, shifts them from the present, the conversation we're in, and gives you this real natural break by asking a question like, so what do you got going on later? Or what are you up to today? Or cool, what you gonna do after this? Or, hey, what's your week look like? Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, that's great. When you've had that kind of a conversation, it's very natural for you to be able to close the conversation then and to wish them well. And, to point even a little bit further than that, hey, I hope I see you next week, and close the conversation and move on. So try it. Try those 5 steps out. If you already know them, share them with someone else. You've got people around you that aren't they don't find connecting as easy as you do. So share it with somebody else. And I think that they'll be super grateful for it. I read this verse that I want to close out with. It's in Colossians 4:6. You know it. It says this: let your speech always be with grace, as though seasoned with salt, so that you will know how you should respond to each person. Think about that. Man, your conversation should be gracious. And that means that we're interested, we're approachable, we're transparent, we're thoughtful, we're kind, right? And it's seasoned with salt, to keep it intriguing and interesting, and to bring a little bit of value to that conversation, right? And understanding that in so doing, we're opening up doors for relationship. And a lot of times those open up doors to be able to share the good news about Jesus. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, wherever you're at, whether it's in, Steiner Ranch or in Discover Hill Country or on the Lakeline Connections team. Just know that you're valued, that we're praying for you. And I know that God's got great things in store. God bless. See you soon. Bye.